Hello everyone, welcome to Glop Top 10 channel. Today we are going to talk about top 10 times anime characters went beast mode. But before starting the video, if you have not subscribed the channel yet, please subscribe and also press the bell icon now. Let's get started. Number 10, the Silver Wolf appears. BNA, brand new animal. After surviving a massacre that destroyed his home, Shiro Ogami became immortal and spent over a millennia protecting his fellow beastmen. During that time, Shiro carried out many great deeds as the Silver Wolf, or Jinro. Preferring to keep his identity hidden, Shiro only unleashes his silver wolf form in dire situations. With its majestic appearance and godlike powers, the silver wolf looks like something straight out of a fairy tale, which it kind of is. Once Shiro unleashes this form and draws on the souls of his fellow beastmen, he becomes an unstoppable force of nature. Number 9, Sukuna's Finger. Jujutsu Kaisen. When you're dealing with a cursed object, you might as well be playing with fire. After Yuji takes a cursed object containing the finger of the terrifying demon Ryomen Sukuna, he finds himself drawn into a battle with monsters known as curses. Despite his superhuman strength, Yuji is unable to defeat a powerful curse which attacks him and his friends. In a last-ditch attempt to save them and the sorcerer Fushiguro, Yuji swallows Sukuna's finger. Instead of dying, Sukuna temporarily takes over Yuji's body and destroys the curse with little effort. Although the threat was easily dealt with, one can only imagine what kind of hardships lie ahead for Yuji now that he has a demon living inside him. Number 8, Rattle goes full beast. Killing Bites. Underneath her cute exterior lies one of the most terrifying brutes in the underground world of Killing Bites. Born as a therianthrope with the power to turn into a ferocious honey badger hybrid, Hitomi Yuzaki, or Rattle, is a waifu to be feared. Unlike other brutes, Hitomi's unique origins allow her to transform into an origin beast, a more powerful and more feral version of her hybrid form. When combined with her superhuman strength and inability to feel fear, Hitomi becomes a ruthless killing machine. With a resilience that defies the natural world, Hitomi is determined to prove she has the sharpest fangs and achieve victory, even if her body is torn apart in the process. Number 7, Haru Awakens. Kengan Ashura. Born as a member of the Gurkha tribe, Haruo was practically a god among his people from a very young age. After being brought to Japan, Haruo's warrior spirit became corrupted, turning him into a spoiled giant with incredible strength. During his fight against Seishu Okoye, Haruo's spoiled nature gets the better of him, leaving him vulnerable to Okoye's ruthless onslaught. Just when it looks like Haruo is down for the count, he experiences an unexpected awakening. This awakening purges Haruo of his vices and most of his fat, temporarily bringing back the warrior known as the Avatar of Indra. Despite losing the match, Haruo's physical abilities increased to the point where he nearly overwhelmed Okoye's unbreakable iron defense. Number 6, Merlin seeks to destroy all humans. Radiant. At first glance, the kind and wise Mir hardly seems like much of a threat. However, underneath his smiling persona lies unfathomable power and centuries of repressed rage. After an invasion by the Inquisition drains Mir's home of the magical energy Fantasia, his wife Jill and their unborn children appear to have lost their lives. This painful loss reignites Mir's hatred for humanity, causing him to revert to his original form as the all-powerful Merlin. After driving the Inquisition forces away, Merlin unleashes his wrath upon the people. Although his student Seth prevents further tragedy by revealing that his children survived, the sight of a rampaging Merlin was still downright terrifying. Number 5, Carrot turns into a Solong. One Piece. Although she may be an adorable little bunny, Carrot is not to be underestimated. Along with her enhanced physical strength and the ability to generate electricity using electro, she can also transform into a Solong. Much like the Science, this trump card can be activated whenever minks like Carrot look at the full moon. Beautiful, yet deadly, this form awakens Carrot's primal instincts, greatly enhancing her speed and power to the point where she can incapacitate an entire fleet of ships all by her lonesomes. Definitely not a bunny girl you want to mess with. Number 4, Issei unleashes his Juggernaut drive. High School DxD series. Sure, he possesses one of the most powerful weapons ever created by God, but it's hard to imagine that the Ippei-obsessed Issei could ever be considered dangerous. That is, unless you do something stupid like harm his harem. After the apparent death of his lover Asia by the devil Shalba Beelzebub, Issei succumbs to his rage, forcing his sacred gear to activate its Juggernaut drive. By removing the limiter on the boosted gear, Issei gains tremendous power but slowly loses both his sanity and life in the process. Though initially incomplete, there is no denying the Juggernaut drive's power, as it allowed Issei to use both Divine Dividing and the all-powerful Longinus Smasher to decimate Shalba. Number 3, Shinra gets possessed. Fire Force. Despite being labeled a devil and ostracized, Shinra never abandoned his dream to become a hero. While we can't help but root for him, there are times where his inner devil tends to lash out. After being tempted and possessed by the first pillar, Shinra becomes hellbent on burning those who've wronged him to a crisp. Needless to say, it's a little unsettling watching the heroic Shinra transform into such a monstrous version of himself. Especially after he worked so hard to overcome the stigma that's haunted him for years. Thankfully, his good frenemy Arthur was able to pull him back from the edge of the abyss. Number 2, Legoshi unleashes his inner beast. Beastars. He may be humble and kind-hearted, but even the gray wolf Legoshi faces fear and prejudice from his herbivorous peers. In their defense, Legoshi often has difficulty controlling his predator instincts, especially around his rabbit friend Haru. After Haru is kidnapped by a criminal gang known as the Shishigumi, Legoshi's predator instincts slowly begin to take over as he tracks her down. In his final battle with Chief Lion, Legoshi holds nothing back and embraces his inner carnivore by ripping and tearing his way through the lion boss to save Haru. Number 1, Might Guy unlocks the Gate of Death. Naruto Shippuden. With his unusual appearance and obsession with the power of youth, it's easy to forget just how much of a beast Might Guy really is. After Madara Uchiha becomes the Ten-Tails Jinchuriki, all hope seems lost until Guy takes up the fight. With the fate of the world on his shoulders, Guy puts his life on the line by unlocking all 8 of the inner gates. With his strength pushed way beyond his limits, Guy's power leaves even Madara fearing for his life. After an insane barrage of evening elephants topped off, with the fearsome Night Guy kick, Guy more than deserves the title of strongest taijutsu user of them all. So if you like our video, make sure to give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Click the bell icon to hear more from us on each video and comment. Let us know your thoughts on whether or not we missed anything, and I will see you in the next video.